Welcome guys to Dark Expeditions. I'm Brandon, and today we got a little bit of a different video. I want to do a video on the valley and the people who were here originally, and we're gonna get into quite a few things, but right now we are in the foothills and we're gonna be overlooking the whole valley, and we're gonna be talking about the Indians. This spot right here overlooks Walla Walla, College Place, and Milton Freewater. So right now we're going to be heading to a few different spots around town that I wanted to show you guys, and it would all be generally related to Indians and indigenous people here in the valley. And this is what we got here in Walla Walla. So like, for someone who grew up here, we are taught about them. It's just very limited, and the stuff that they want to say, I feel like it's kind of selected. They don't really go into too much detail about the violence inflicted on these indigenous people, and it's just crazy because when you really look into it, you'll see whose side people are on by the type of stuff they explain in the document. Like, I was looking up Walla Walla history from the city of Walla Walla's website, and they explain a lot of stuff except for all the force and violence that they inflicted. They say it was taken by force sometimes, and that kind of just pisses me off because there's too much stuff that happened, and it just wasn't fair. So we're going to be going to a few different spots that you can see some remnants of Native American stuff and maybe some memorial stuff. I also want to go to the reservation we have around here, which is Mission, Oregon, over outside of Pendleton. Really cool place. A lot of people don't really go out and check it out, so we're gonna go there today. Hey guys, so right now we are downtown Walla Walla, and I wanted to show you guys this statue over here of Chief Yellowbird. So it's a really beautiful statue. I really like it. I've always seen it here. It was put in 2005. I just feel like it doesn't explain the full story. So if we look over here, this right here is talking about the Walla Walla Treaty Council of 1855, and basically it was a whole council that a lot of Indians went to because they wanted to see what was going on with their land, and they wanted to be present, obviously. And what happened was they were forced into signing this treaty that they signed over 6 million acres in land in exchange for 170,000 acres in reservation, which is still where they're at today. A lot of Native Americans get moved reservation from reservation through the generations. Well, this one I'm pretty sure has been the same one. Chief Peopeomoxmox, Yellowbird. Yeah, growing up here in Walla Walla, we learned about him and other Indians and stuff, but they don't go into full detail the violence that was inflicted upon him. Chief Yellowbird was very neutral at the end of his life. He was certain that he didn't want to fight and stuff, so what happened was they mutilated him and dragged him around, and it was very horrible. They don't know where he's buried now. The local tribes, they are, let's see here. The Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation is what they have present in today. It's all the tribes together, and that's their organization that they use to protect themselves, and they have their own rules and stuff. We're gonna get more into that and get some facts laid down, but yeah, this is Chief Yellowbird statue here. So today we're here at the Fort Walla Walla Post Cemetery. This cemetery was established 1858, so a few years after the treaty. There's some stuff going on, you know. Here I want to show you there's some Indian graves, and there's also an Indian prisoner grave. So right here, this is all the soldiers and stuff, the white guys. Over there, far away is where they have the Indians and stuff. So right here, this is the bunch where they have children, women, and the Indians. So if you look right here, that's a child. This is an Indian prisoner grave. So obviously they had Indians as prisoners. Not a good deal. They're pretty peaceful people. I don't know why you need to take them prisoner and stuff. You're already taking their land. Nez Perce Indian grave. And as you go, you see they were buried with the women and children. So, I mean, they weren't too far out from them, but still. There's some unknown graves. I do not know if these are indigenous graves, but there's always that unknown factor, you know. And that's what I wanted to show you guys. That's what's here at Fort Walla Walla. That's what the graves they have. I'm sure there's more. Recently here in town, near Pioneer Park, they found remains of some Indian bones, and that was from digging up when they were redoing the street. So they're everywhere. You know, they're probably under your house. You don't know it. Under some your favorite places to go, there's some remains everywhere. Also, I wanted to say that there is reports of activity that went on when the fort was active, and most of it was just harassing Indians. Like, there was a battle where they sent out soldiers to go fight, but it was towards the end of it, I'm pretty sure, and then, yeah, most of the accounts are them just going out and harassing Indians for no reason. That's what they did for fun. Alright guys, so right here we're at Whitman College, and there's a rock that was placed by the class of 1930, and it's basically another memorial to the Treaty of 1855, but with another person and another Indian that they said helped the white people get to safety when they were being attacked by other Indians. So yeah, it's the 100th anniversary of the signing of the treaty, which you remember how I told you how that went. It's not as pretty. It doesn't really explain it here at all. In the back right here, Polo Soto, that's who they're saying helped them when they were in danger. Hey guys, so right now we drove about 45 minutes away from Walla Walla, and we are on the reservation at Mission, Oregon, outside of Pendleton. Currently we are at the building for the Confederations of Umatilla Indian Reservations. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Sorry if I'm wrong, but yeah, this is their main building. It is closed today. I don't know. I guess our luck kind of just pans out like that, where we show up on a day it's closed, but this is the building. We're gonna see if anything else is open, and we'll get back to you. All right guys, so since we came during non-operating hours, you know, we can't really talk to anyone right now. I left my info. I'll try to get more in contact with them when they're open. But I wanted to show you guys this sign right here. It actually, you know, it's a sign with the dedication to the Treaty of 1855, which I think is pretty interesting considering how awful it really was. But yeah, now we'll get on to the memorial. Alright guys, so right now we are at a memorial for, I can't really pronounce this too well, but Nixiawi Warrior Memorial. And right here, it shows the Cayuse, Umatilla, and Walla Walla warriors and the treaty signers. And right here, there's a depiction of the treaty signing, which each picture I've seen looks different. So the only thing that's constant is that there was a lot of people there, and the Indians outnumbered the soldiers. But it didn't matter because the soldiers' violence is what forced them to sign. And if you look all around, there's a bunch of names all around. I'm sure they were residents of the reservation, but they don't seem to have Native American names, so I'm not too sure about that since I'm not local. But this is a beautiful memorial. So we were just looking right here, and there is a rock with petroglyphs on it. And it depicts a river and some land. It's hard to see, but that's very cool. And there's the plaque down there that explains it. Very cool. So right here we got an older photo of the place that we're at the moment.
Right. That's the 1906 church there.
Yeah, and we can still see this building as you pull up.
Right.
And it's very cool. Here's an older photo. Not as many graves, but we'll go check out the cemetery in a little bit. So I'm just gonna do a quick little skim through. These are a lot of really good photos of the past. And the priest here was saying that a lot of these people aren't here anymore, which is unfortunate. But there's some good pictures of them right here. Oh yeah, the building we're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice.
This is all the tribal girls who went to the school on May Day for the crowning of Mary.
Oh, nice.
And one of them was May Day Princess.
I'm part of the Italian Heritage Association, and we have an Italian princess every year.
Oh, they're
in Walla Walla.
at
St. Francis, yes,
Yeah.
Assisi. It's the other Catholic church in Walla Walla.
Let's see. Paul Cochran, who was my superior in Spokane for a while, his family's from that church. We had his mother's funeral there.
I like the church, and I've gone there quite often for football mass when I was in high school. Got a drawing of the grotto they built in the back.
Yes, that was the plan.
That's cool. Look at that outfit. That's amazing.
The woman who designed that, Sis Moses, was a Quimps, and she was our youth minister for 12 years. And these are aunts when we dedicated the hall.
Amazing.
This is a Sis Centennial 150th anniversary powwow.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to find these pictures anywhere else. This is amazing.
That's Father Paul Lenz, the head of the Bureau of Catholic Indian Missions. He came for the the celebration. And of course, you know, it's been...
All right, guys, so we just got done talking with Father Mike Fitzpatrick here at the church, and it was a great talk. He showed us a lot of good stuff, good pictures, gave us good information. Now we're here. I just want to show you the cemetery real quick. We're not going to go into detail with it, but this is it. There's also another side over there if you look across the street. A lot more graves since that picture that I showed in the last video, you know. But now we're gonna head somewhere else. Alright guys, so right now we're here at the Peopeomoxmox Cultural Center. We're gonna check it out. I did not know this was here. So right now we made it into the museum. We're gonna do a tour. Look at these outfits. Powwow outfits. Ceremonial work clothes. Special occasions. This is really cool. I did not know this was here. We're gonna check out more of it. So right here you can see this is the lines for the 1855 treaty. This is what they drew up, and this is what they basically said are the lands. But this is where they were compacted into. This small little space. Like, come on. So this right here is an example of how the land was divided up for new settlers to come in, but more like they invaded it. This is how they divided everything up in lines, you know, this is how everything is in the modern world. But that's not how the Indians wanted it, you know, obviously. But it's how they were pushed out and everything was turned into a graph.
All happened to his head.
I'll throw my eyes up so high I can see all over the land like eagles. My eyes, you disrespectful bird! How dare you take the eyes of Billy Eye? Look!
It's really beautiful, all the stuff they have in here. Chief No Shirts Camp. So right here it shows a really cool picture of the Twin Sisters Rock. My dad was telling me a story about how it's sacred. Oh yeah, good one, Eman. It shows an even better picture right here. It's really sacred land. They say when the flood comes through, it stops at a certain point to where, you know, it's a good place to live, so kind of protects them. Don't know the specifics, but sacred land. You just really gotta come here for yourself. It's a really great place. Did not know this was here. So right here, this is a drawing of the original Fort Walla Walla, which is now currently underwater. Got some nice fabrics down here, really nice colors. These are great pictures. When it did not go forth in a good manner, that's something that is very true. Nothing went on in a good manner when it comes to this. They were really pushed around, divided, and let down. Look at this. Indian Training School, Chihuahua. Yeah, so this whole room kind of is explaining the Cayuse War and everything with the Treaty of 1855. Here's Governor Isaac Stevens. He really wasn't a nice person. Yeah.
It talks about the nuns. Umatilla, Yakima.
Yep.
Tribal joint use areas. Man, this shit's wild as hell, dude. Sorry for the cussing.
All
It's
good.
frowned upon.
It's all good.
This stuff is wild.
This channel is about bringing light to the actual truth and figuring out what actually happened. And sometimes, and a lot of time, that's violence.
We always got punished, and I always try to forget those times because it makes you feel bad. But I think that
So something that the father at the church was even explaining is that when it comes to Indians and the reservation, they're more susceptible to being assaulted and kidnapped and stuff like that. Just bad stuff, you know. A lot of times children will be running away and get caught up or you know, people come and abuse them. It's not good. But a lot of history of violence hidden behind everything. You really gotta come see for yourself. I can't show everything. Chief Raymond Burke, Chief William Burke, Chief Jesse Jones Jr., and Chief Carl Sampson. The Board of Trustees. So much amazing stuff in here. Right here we got the Indians baseball team, it looks like. And we got this, which people, you know, they're gonna say what they want to say, but it's also a sign of peace, I'm pretty sure. And you know, for the team to be named the Indians, I'm sure they were just glad to be on a baseball team. Like, you know, it's a game of ball.
The celebration begins with the heartbeat of the drum.
We have a couple of grandchildren that finally got enrolled in the Umatilla tribe. And well, they kind of belong somewhere. They're not long.
So right here, when you first start the tour, we missed it, but there is paintings that resemble what you would see. Dang, I can't even talk right now, my bad. All I need to do is see it.
I think this is real.
I don't know if it's real, we'll see.
This is really cool. Feels like going on a date.
Maybe we are on a date. Don't tell my girlfriend.
A long time ago, the Creator put the animal people here to prepare this place for the two-legged people. We call the two-legged people the Natchitoches. The Creator told Coyote to make the world ready for the Natchitoches. We call Coyote Spirit.
So here in the gift shop, you can see there's a good set of books here. I'm particularly interested in the portraits of the people and this book right here. There's a whole wall we gotta look at. Interesting. Wonder why this is in the back. This is Japanese. I want to say. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Japanese. I'm sorry if it's not. Alright guys, so we just finished with the museum here in Mission, Oregon. It was really beautiful. A lot of great stuff, great artifacts. You're not going to find that at Fort Walla Walla, and they're not going to talk about as much stuff. And still even here you can tell there's like they don't want to talk about the full thing, you know, it's really tough to talk about. But it is what it is, and also I have heard that half of the whole reservation isn't even owned by the Indians, so it's really hard to tell what is what when it comes to the true facts. And yeah, this is just the first video of a series that we're gonna be putting together, and there will be more videos on it. We just need to find more information and stuff, but I think this is a good start. So for now, we're gonna get back to our lives and see what's